want to welcome everyone to tonight's webinar. We have a very, very informational webinar as usual. We try to keep the information valuable. So make sure that you have your notepads ready, your pencils, pens. I'm pretty sure that you probably have it by now. All the serious individuals do, at least. And then we're just going to go get started. My name is Ulysses. I'm the CMO here with Circle of Wealth Group. We have Casey Smith here with us. Over the last couple of weeks, as some of you may already know, we've launched the CWTI Market Scanner. We've created a lot of results, a lot of success stories with the scanner so far in this short period of time. And we're going to consistently bring out webinars just to kind of break down the different trades that we're taking, a lot of the winning trades. We may even analyze some of the losing trades just so that you can understand just the thinking of a trader when it comes to analyzing and learning from a losing trade. We're going to have some of that out there for you as well. And listen, I don't want to talk too long. I just want to go ahead and get it started. So let me bring on Casey Smith. I ran into this individual about a year ago. I had a background in the stock market. I learned about Forex through the Circle of Wealth. Luckily, I stumbled on Casey Smith and just pretty much followed in his footsteps, just kind of learning some of the things that he's been teaching. And I mean, I'm doing very, very well, catching pips, having success in Forex, and we're happy to be able to help members of the community as well. So without any further ado, let me bring Casey Smith on so he can share some information about some of the trades that we've caught, some of the pips that we've caught so far this week. Casey, you there?
Perfect. Yeah, I am here. Thanks a lot, Ulysses. Appreciate you, man. Actually here in the office, multitasking, getting ready for tax season, funding our dreams through Forex. Through Forex, we're actually able to start other ventures, and I'm actually in one of my ventures right now that was funded through Forex. So, here at Circle of Wealth, again, I just want to let everybody know, to reiterate, that we're not just a Forex group. We're not just a trading group. We're actually, I like to consider us a breeding ground for young entrepreneurs who are searching for new avenues to make money and make revenue and to be exposed to new ventures. That was one of the biggest issues I had when I was looking for opportunity. Was I really didn't have anybody who would expose me to things that were very lucrative. So I had to network, make my way into small circles, and hopefully build relationships, and hopefully someone would expose me. So about 7 years ago, someone did expose me to Forex. My mother did, actually. She had a packet from NCI, and I took the packet and I was just obsessed with it, learned it inside out. Then I got training from 3 other mentors and just learned a lot of things along the way. I've been trading for about 7 years, profitable for about 2.5. I'm not gonna take too much of your time tonight. I know I can ramble on sometimes. I know it's good nuggets, but they say after 30 minutes, people don't retain the knowledge that you actually give them. So we're gonna make this quick. We are gonna talk about a winning trade and a losing trade, because I don't want to be one of these gurus who only wins. I want to be a safe haven for people who really want to learn, and they really want 100% transparency. They want a realistic view of how you can be profitable and consistent in Forex. So I'm going to show one of our losses and one of our wins. And obviously our win is going to pass our loss by leaps and bounds, because a lot of these gurus like to show Forex as if it was just a bed of roses and it's the easiest thing and make millions and millions of dollars. That's not the case. Like, you can lose a lot of money in this situation. You're either going to pay for mentorship, or you're going to pay in losses. And I learned that the hard way. So I just want people to be very mindful of that. So not to take up too much of your time, we're going to go over this Usdcad trade. Hold on, let me share my screen. Your entire screen. All right. So essentially what happened was, so we marked up this chart. I'll just kind of I'll take you through the process that I go through in marking up my charts. Hold on one second. Let's share just the. Okay. Ulysses, can you see my chart?
Yep, I can see it clear.
Okay, perfect. So essentially, guys, all right, I always tell all of my traders in our group, you need to know where you're going. You know, essentially, if I told you to go from Florida to New York, there's two things you'd have to do. You'd have to know your location, put it in a GPS, and then put in your destination's location. A lot of you are trading and you don't know where the hell you are on the charts. You don't know if the commodity's oversold, if it's overbought. Are we in a deficit area? Are we in a surplus area? You don't really know what you're doing. You're kind of guessing, and you're just hoping on a whim that I might be. That is the best way to capitulate and blow an account and blame everything around you except yourself. So the first thing I like to always do is to know the overall trend and where I am at on the map. So as you can see, UCAD is obviously in an uptrend. It's made a huge W. It's broken an Ichimoku cloud on a monthly time frame. And now on the Heikinashi candles, it's obviously back. It's made a U-turn and it's made a retracement, and it's obviously in a bullish movement. So obviously that right there, just basic probability trading and the law of probability will tell you you have better chances of winning a trade if you are buying versus selling. I know these are very trivial concepts, but a lot of people overlook them, and that is their downfall in trading. So essentially right there, I've just increased my chances of winning by, I'd say, easily. Now it's almost an 80-20 versus a 50-50, okay? So I marked up, we know all of our key levels. We know where the Ichimoku cloud is. We know where the resistance levels are, and my major Fibonacci retracement levels. So I dropped down to a daily, and I'll show you guys the before of this, and I'll show you the after. And essentially all we're doing, guys, once you understand the strategy and you know how to actually mark up the chart, the scanner is taking away all the work of you having to stare at charts. Because me personally, I do other things. As you can see, I own multiple tax offices. I have we started a trucking fleet. Just a lot of other things. I'm into a lot of other things, whether they fail or they win. I just like diversifying myself. I'm into real estate, all kind of stuff. So I don't have time to sit and just look at the chart all day, every day. I think it takes away from the concept of actually being a successful. So essentially, like I said, you are cutting down the probability against you if you are buying. All right. So we saw that this was the equilibrium right here, where supply and demand are in agreement, also known as a control price, where price gravitates to on a normal basis. You can see this. And then these green areas here, this is the sell zone, this is the buy zone. This is the surplus area, and this is the deficit area. But just to make it easy and ABCD for you guys, sell zone, buy zone. Once we got into the buy zone, we saw a drastic retracement or correction to price, right? Once we got into the buy zone, it was very simple. And we are actually one of the signal guys for the, I'm going to tell you the members who are already members, our existing members, we're actually coming out with another signal, which I think is going to be a game killer. You can see right here, it would have just been another huge confirmation for this trade, which would have allowed you to level up on this trade and maximize this trade to where this could have been a 1,000-pip trade for you. Or you could have over leveraged it and used your weighing into the trade. And then when you're profitable on the small lot size, when you weighed into the trade, you could have over leveraged in midway in the trade and used your profit as a buffer and find the break-even point and essentially just maximize the hell out of this trade. Point blank period. It's a strategy that we teach that I've used to like just blow up small accounts. So yeah, so we were looking for a buy. Let me see if I can pull it up in the Traders Lounge. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, so did you? No, that's not it. That's not a trade. Hold on 1 second. Trying to find the UC trade. We give out a lot of trades, guys, like a lot. Some of them I can't even mention. Some lose, yes, but majority. I mean, the winning ratio has just been ridiculous. You can ask any current student. I mean, look at this. The AU, this hit over 100 pips twice, actually. We did 2 trades here. This was AU 52 pips here, and this was 100, and I can't see from that picture. But anyways, guys, as you can see here, 10:55. I'm not sure what day that was. I think it was like, it was a few days ago. But anyways, this was what price looked like on UC, on UCAD. So it did not break yet, but we knew that we were in a buy zone because of the training. So we knew where to buy, and we knew that the overall trend was obviously bullish. There's a lot of other factors that I can't really go in too much detail with, but I'll just give you the general synopsis on what the trade looked like and why we took it. So we were in a buy zone, and these were the 3 trades that you could have taken. This would have been a lighter volume. This would have been a heavier volume because it's a smaller distance. So you would have leveled up on that trade with a heavier volume size, or you could have taken this long-term trade, which was 273 pips, with a lighter volume size. You could actually take this all the way up until the sell zone or the surplus area. So essentially, we saw price dropping down, dropping down, and we just essentially waited for a confirmation from the scanner. So what the scanner did, it scanned, it saw this counter trend line, and it only gives us a signal. 1, when we have a stochastic reading where it's in the buy zone. 2, counter trend line break from a major Fibonacci retracement level. So it broke the counter trend line, but it has to break from a major Fibonacci retracement level. So we got all of those signals from the scanner. Let me see. I'll pull up the scanner so I can show you guys what we got. So this was how it looked prior to. And then this was UCAD. And it broke an Isamuki cloud. This was 3 days ago. Right. It broke the Isamuki cloud. We took it up. Took it all the way up, and then 1 day ago, you could have leveled up the trade even more. When you got the second confirmation, you could have went up on the volume size, re-entered again. This could have easily been a 500-600 pip move. 1 trade, 1 time. I mean, that's crazy. It's crazy. This doesn't happen. I mean, I don't see people doing this. I really don't. So, as you can see, 277 pips profit, and we got it from all the way down here. Well, we were never in danger of this trade being stopped out, pretty much. And it's a beautiful trade. I mean, literally, if we want to be greedy, we could take it all the way to the sell zone. So that would be, well, I don't want to mess up what we have, but so from here, if we took it to the sell zone, literally, that would be 564 pips if we felt like being greedy. Maybe more, because it would dilly-dally here in the fair market value, and it would bounce around on the control price or the equilibrium where supply is being met by demand. And then it would rally up, and it'd probably be a little bit higher because the channel is obviously a bullish channel. So, yeah, that's why we took that trade. 1, 2, 3. You know the strategy. You know, all right, you know the strategy, you have the scanner, and you understand the compounding strategy as well. Because I know a lot of retail traders, they only have $100 to $1,000 in their accounts. They want a lot of pips. They want to trade 20, 50, 60 trades a week, which is not smart. And that is the best way to capitulate your account and to not see any profits, to lose and give up on Forex. And really and truly, the real traders take maybe 1, 2, 3 trades for the week. I know traders who take 3 for the month and are clearing 30, 40 grand. Easily. This is not bullshit. I'm telling you, things I've seen with my own 2 eyes. So that's 1 trade. I want to show a trade we lost, though. So I don't want to just talk about trades that win. And I learned a vital lesson. So we lost. I didn't enter the trade. We didn't enter because I always emphasize this. Wait for confirmation from the scanner. The scanner did not give confirmation that there was a sell signal. So, but I did call it. So I have to own up to it. And so we lost, what is this? This one is 114 pips. And this one is 77 pips. Depending on which trade you actually took, one had less risk, one had more risk, but it would have been a higher reward ratio. Depending on which trade you took, we did lose that. Now, why I want to point out this loss, because this was a nice little heavy loss for me this week, and it was very humbling. And I like to show my wins and my losses. That's the difference between me and a lot of these, between us, CWTI, and a lot of these groups, man. Full transparency. I mean, honesty, loyalty, no greed. It's one of our creeds that I was raised on by one of my mentors, you know, so I believe in that. We lost that. We lost it. I didn't take the trade, but I have to take it. I have to take credibility for it because I did post it in the signal room. And if somebody took it, they would have lost pips. But if they followed the strategy, which is to know how to draw the channels, know how to draw a deficit area, surplus area, an equilibrium, and a control price, then they would not have taken this trade. You know why? Because there was no confirmation from the scanner. Never would you have gotten a sell signal that this broke the Ichimoku cloud, because clearly it didn't. See, this is the Ichimoku cloud. Or stochastic reading is in a sell zone, because it wasn't. It never crossed over the 80. So you wouldn't have gotten that reading. And counter trend line break. Counter trend line break is the only thing that I could kind of see working out here that you would see a sell for. But I learned a valuable lesson. Well, I know this lesson, but no matter how good you are, no matter how great you are at something, you always got to stick to basics, and you always have to stay with the fundamentals. And guess what the fundamentals are? Never sell in the buy zone. I'm in the buy zone right here. I'm in a deficit area, and I was selling. That was stupid of me. I was selling. I should, and I preach this. We trade with the trend. Trend is your friend. We only like trending markets. We don't really like ranging or consolidating markets. So I did not adhere to my own rules, and I lost. So it's a vital lesson, man. Do not deviate from the strategy. If I would have followed our strategy, this would have been a profitable trade, because this actually rallied from our entry. If I was paying attention and only buying in the buy zone, we would have collected an extra, I mean, easily, just back to the retest, 191 pips. So if I would have followed the strategy, I would have been able to see that. But the thing is, UJ is my specialty. So these are all new pairs to me. I don't trade any of these pairs. Literally, the scanner gives me attention to these different pairs. But you gotta adhere to the strategy. So great lesson, great lesson. But guess what? Our wins overpowered our losses. So I'm not upset with that at all. That's it, man. That's pretty much it. So in a nutshell, I just want to let everybody know the scanner, if you don't have it by now, I definitely advise you getting that ASAP. You know, we're locking arms with a lot of valid traders. You know, my filtration system is a lot more rigid now, because I realize that, you know, not everyone is really who they say they are, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I just want to let everybody know, man. Try it out, man. Try it out. Try it out even for a month. I just want to announce this. Try it out for a month. If you don't like it, you will get a full refund. Like, I'm that confident. Try it out for a month. Obviously not right now, because it's Christmas, so the market is not going to be moving. I don't want to lie to anybody. The market is not going to be moving right now. All the institutional traders and the institutional moves, you're not really going to see a lot of them, because banks have closed. Institutional traders have taken their $1 million and $1 billion bonuses, taking their families to the Hamptons, on the yachts, things of that nature. So you're not going to see those institutional moves. It's not going to be a lot of movement. And real traders don't trade at this time. They really don't, to be honest with you. I just want to be honest. I could, you know, be fake and tell everybody, jump in now. Let's make a bunch of money here. CWTI. No, I want everybody who's in the group to really be profitable. I really want people to make money. And any member in the group can tell you that. Like, if they don't like it, if it's not for them, we have had a member who he was a little bit intimidated by the scanner, and he didn't even know what a short was, or what a buy was. He didn't know what a bullish move was. Like, new stages. And we have those, and we're teaching those with our free Forex for Beginners course. But you know, there was one who was he was just intimidated by Forex. So, you know, he said he wasn't ready for it. He's going to come back next month. He's going to study up, whatever the case may be. He's coming back, and 100%, he got it. He got his money. Like, we're not here. I don't want any of that fraudulent ambiance around us. So if you try it out next month, gear up, starting in 2017. Let's get some new money. Let's get some new avenues of income. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it, guys. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing all the new members in the group.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guys, I put the link to get access to the scanner below the YouTube channel, and also inside of our Facebook group. If you're not on the scanner yet, you know, you're definitely doing yourself a disservice. You got to look at it like this. You know, we like to promote, you know, competent traders, people that can take a trade just off of their own analysis. We have training specifically designed for that. We're not looking to breed any sheep here in CWTI. We're looking to breed you know, traders who are reputable enough to be recognized not only inside of the CWTI community, but just as a community, in the community as a whole. And what the scanner is, it's a confirmation loophole is what we like to call it. You know, we're confirmation traders. And that's really the best way to take the trade is off of multiple confirmation. And what Casey has done, you know, he's worked with the programmers, and he has put in special coding that operates off of what the confirmation that he looks for in the market, and also proven mathematical equations that just work inside of the market. So when you get a signal from the scanner, it is a high probability signal. And then when you add that along with the different strategies that we're teaching inside of the course, it just makes for like a no-brainer. You know, you guys will definitely be way ahead of the pack. And that's what we're looking for going into 2016. You know, as Casey said, this is the end of the year, so things are kind of slow, although we're catching pips. You know, right now I'm up 280 pips in a UCAD trade, because I re-entered into that trade off of a signal. And, you know, what was that, Casey?
I'm up 160, so you beat me.
Yeah. So you know, it definitely works. You know, we've tested it weeks prior to us launching it, and we're very confident. So that's why we're putting in our 30-day guarantee. Come in, try. If you don't like it, you know, we'll definitely refund you. But you're gonna like it. So with that said, if you have any specific questions, we have a section inside of the Facebook group where you can just ask us questions. You can hit us up directly, and we'll be happy to help you get started. All right. So with that said, wish you all the best. Casey, you have anything else?
No, not really, man. I mean, the only thing I would say is just, even if you are timid about coming into the group and trying out the scanner, you know, just join the Facebook community that we have, the Circle of Wealth Facebook group. You know, you can get a general bias, or see what the general consensus is of the members. You know what I mean? And I'm very confident with it. I know all of the members are somewhat satisfied, and I mean, I just love what's going on. I love the reputation we're building, and that we are adhering to the ethics and the real transparency. The my Facebook postings, and the my Facebook. I'm sorry, the my FX book postings, and the my FX book post chart is coming very soon for the scanner. So I'm very excited. But as you guys know, for a MyFX book, you need data. So right now we are gathering the data to post that. I think that's probably the only thing missing to separate us from the pack. And I definitely want to make sure that's done. Whatever we have to do to separate ourselves and be a safe haven for those who are actually trying to really, really learn trading and maybe not really trying to learn to recruit or be a marketer or whatever the case may be. They just want to focus on trading. I want us to be a safe haven for that. So that's basically it, guys. I appreciate you guys. Signing out. See you until we do another webinar. I think we're going to do another one like Friday or Sunday. So we're going to try and do 2 of these a week. So we'll give out knowledge nuggets every week. You guys see us catching pips. We're always analyzing trades that we make. We show you the before, we show you the afters, because I don't see anybody doing that. I don't see anyone doing that. I only see people showing money, and that could be money from a business. I could easily show this $100,000 as if it's mine and act as if it was winnings from a trade and put that in an account. Guys, you gotta look for undeniable evidence. When someone is marketing to you these type of services, look for undeniable evidence. Have someone show you a before and after. Have someone show you a MyFX book. Have someone show you things that cannot be manipulated. And I think it's quite clear that we have undeniable evidence. You know, that's about it.
Absolutely.
Signing out.
All right, guys, have a good night.